Hi everyone, welcome back to Complex Ken TV. Today is actually our first episode. I am so excited to be reviewing Married to Medicine Season 6, Episode 3. This is a show that I really have a passion for. I love this show. I watch it every season faithfully since the first season. So, when we first come into the show opens up with Dr. Scott and Dr. Contessa. They're in the house and they're actually filming about, what happened at Toya's party on, episode 2. They're talking about how, you know, um, everything that went down as far as Toya and, what was said at the party and how embarrassing it was and things like that. And I really felt bad for Contessa and Dr. Scott in that moment because, at least he did have enough decency to show up and represent Contessa in that moment. But let's talk about this wig on the bed because it was totally cocked to the side. I don't know what was going on with it, but I'm gonna give her a pass because of the confessional look that she had on with the little ponytail at the top. I really did like that, so I'm definitely gonna give her a pass on that. In the next scene, we see Dr. Jackie and Dr. Heavenly going out to go do paintball, which was it was fun to see them out and enjoying themselves, but they were missing one. I don't know how you can invite 3 people somewhere and only 2 people show up. You RSVP to go somewhere, you show up, you don't text someone at the last minute. You could at least call. And I think that's really rude because we haven't seen Quad all season yet. So we're wondering, what is she holding on to? What's up with her absence? But Jackie never passes judgment, and I think the reason that Jackie doesn't do that, excuse me, is because she understands her own struggles and the things that she has been through last season with Curtis, and she understands what it's like to be in that limelight. And it's so nice to see someone actually adapt to that situation and adapt to it so eloquently and allow someone to understand that, hey, this is what it is. But all the ladies around the group have formed this kind of disconnect from Quad. And I don't know whether it's around this TV show or the fact that maybe they are a little upset that she was the breakout star of this show. And I think that Mariah was actually very upset when the show first aired because I think everybody always thought that Quad would be on a down lower on the totem pole versus everyone else. So I'm very interested to see how this season plays out and how everything goes with her as far as what happens between her and Dr. Greg. Also, if you haven't checked it out yet, Dr. Greg did an interview with a radio station in Atlanta where he actually tells his side of the story, which is very, very interesting. So if you haven't yet, I might link it down below, but if I don't, be sure to go check that out. You can actually just search it on YouTube. Simone and Michael driving. Like Simone says, maybe everybody in Atlanta probably should, turn their license in and get off the road since he's driving. I definitely don't blame her for not allowing him to drive the Maserati, as I would not either. But he's definitely driving a nice Jaguar. I'm gonna give her props where props are due. That was really nice. He's driving around in this black car, and it's not white or black or anything like that. But like he said last season, he likes his girls like he likes his ice cream and his yogurt. He likes them vanilla, so they're gonna be white and the car gonna be black. They're gonna be riding around together. We're gonna be happy all together. It's gonna be one big happy family. On to a more serious note, we see Michael and Simone talking. I'm sorry, Simone. We see them talking, and when we see them talking in the living room, they have a very serious conversation about her and Cecil's status in their relationship. And you can kind of see the vulnerability in Michael, and you can kind of see that, he honestly wants his parents to be together. And sometimes relationships don't always work for the best, but I really hope the best for them, especially since they're the couple that has been married on this episode for the longest. I feel like they really set the bar and the standard for everyone. And Simone and Cecil really don't have a lot of disconnect issues because Cecil really hasn't cheated on her as far as, like the other husbands and aspects on this show. So I really do think that they have a good chance, and I hope that they can work it out. Or even if they can't work it out, I hope that they can at least, coexist together. We see Contessa and we see her father, and we see the dynamics of these ladies and their fathers as we follow their life. I find this to be so I think this is the part of reality TV that draws us so much into Married to Medicine, because we see the authenticity of them, as you know, even over previous seasons we see Quad and you know Simone, as they go in, they you know they search for her father, and you know they find you know that Simone's father is dead, and then you know Quad's father has also died in a previous season. And it was very sad to see these things happen, and you see these things play out through TV. But however, the authenticity that we get through this show is not some type of conundrum, and it's not some type of makeshift drama that we can just see, you know, just for the cameras. It really is something that's happened. So it makes us feel fulfilled as we watch the show, and this is why I really, really enjoyed this show, and this is why I chose this show to do my first review for YouTube. Mariah, as the creator of the show, we see her with you know, her daughter, and I'm really not gonna give Mariah much on this review because of the simple fact that you know she's needed a moment every episode this season. She's had a moment for episode 1, which is, you know, do you want to see the receipts because Dr. Damon is cheating? We all know that's not true because, you know, Heavenly has already said she will kill a bitch if she stepped to him. And I really do believe that. I don't want to see Heavenly on, you know, the Channel 7 News or any type of news broadcast where she don't kill somebody, Married to Medicine star, splash all over the Enquirer. I don't want to see that. So, for his sake, and Mariah's sake, I ain't even going to give her none, and we're not even going to talk about that. So moving along, we see Toya and Eugene looking at a house, a $2.9 million house. So these are the people from last season, and we actually see them downsizing from a house last season. And when we see them downsizing last season, you see Eugene telling her that, you know, this is our biggest bill, Toya. We have to move out of this house. So they move out of the house and they downsize. You see that last season, you see their tax issues, and then you see they're in the black party, which is just another way for them to kind of, you know, kind of celebrate everything, you know, just like they've thrown another party this season. We see these type of trends with them over and over again. It's kind of like they overspend and then they draw back, and then they overspend and they draw back, and, you know, they decided that they're not going to buy the house that they were looking at, which, you know, that's fine or whatever, but they're the only people that I know other than people from the hood that move every 12 to 24 months. And I just find that to be so funny because, you know, big props up to Eugene. You know, he's definitely stacking his cake up. You know, he got his promotion. I'm glad to see that or whatever, and I'm glad to see any kind of bags, shoes, and anything you got, Toya. But I'm going to need you to find one place to raise these 2 little boys, because we're not doing that over here. We just not going to do that. So let's just get to the main event. I'm going to need some water for this one. Heavenly's crab boil. When we first come into the scene, we see Allura. It's so funny. The other day I was on my phone, and I was actually doing GIFs for Married to Medicine, and I was looking at some GIFs on the Jiffy app. And I seen Allura, and she was like, I think she was maybe like 6 or 7 years older, and she was so small. And you see her now, and she's actually bigger, and, you know, she's taller, and she's so adorable. So you see them out there playing, and, you know, the crabs drop, and she's afraid, but, you know, it's really cute to see them and their dynamic, and I really like how Heavenly has raised her, and I like the relationship that she has with her husband. I think it's so admirable. I love all things Heavenly. Big shouts out to Heavenly. If you haven't followed her, if you're not following her, go ahead and follow her. Also, I'd like to send a shout out to the person who gave me these flowers that are actually here on display tonight, as well. So back to what I was saying. Simone shows up with these shoes. So she comes in with these shoes with these $100 bills in them, and I just want to know where she got them from. I want to know what the hell is going on here, because I don't understand what's going on. It looked like she got them from down the back alley somewhere in the middle of the night, or maybe she purchased them in the parking lot outside of the hospital. Somebody call me, text me, hit me up on Instagram in the inbox. Let me know what's going on and where the hell she got these shoes from. And did she actually like cut holes in there to put the $100 bills in there? Because I know that shit did not come assembled like that. And she ought to be ashamed of herself for even stepping out the house like that. Because you can keep it 100, but you don't want, it ain't that much 100 in it. If you want to put $100 bills in your shoes, you can send that shit to me. I'll send you my address right now on Instagram, Simone. But I still love you though. So I'm going to give you that much. So then we see Mariah come up, and I'm just going to call y'all out name by name as we roll up. You know what I'm saying? So we see Mariah roll up, and she shows up saying that the queen has arrived. And to me, I feel like the queen peasant has arrived. You know what I'm saying? Mariah, I really don't fool with you like that. I really have a very, very bad distaste in my mouth, and I'm going to tell you why. I don't like you because every situation that you're in, you draw it out to be bigger than what it really is. And everything you do for the camera. And you show off, and also because you think you're the creator, you think you have a little bit of pull. But I seen your interview on Hollywood Unlocked, and they said, right on Bravo, you said out of your own mouth on Bravo, it don't work like VH1, so you not the Shawnee O'Neal. Like Basketball Wives, you Mariah Huck. So I'm glad that you got your title as executive producer, but Bravo don't give you any exclusive, casting jobs. And I'm so glad about that because I think the show would have definitely not been on the air right now if they had given you that type of exclusive control over the program. So moving on along, Contessa shows up. She pulls up with this cake, and she comes in with this cake. This motherfucking cake looked like she done bought this bitch from the Piggly Wiggly on her way. I don't know whether now she working part-time, she done got some motherfucking EBT on the side or something. But Contessa pulled up with her cake from the Piggly Wiggly, and Heavenly was just as happy about it. And she don't know whether Heavenly cracks me up because she doesn't know whether she wants to say Contessa or whether she want to say Contessa. And I'm gonna say it just like Heavenly said last time. We just gonna call the bitch Tessa. So from now on, when we review Married to Medicine, we gonna call her either Contessa or we gonna call her Tessa. So y'all drop down in the comments after you subscribe and let me know which one you prefer for Contessa. So she showed up with the cake, and then Toya shows up, and the shit hits the fan when Toya shows up. Toya's comment about being fake and, people being busy towards Contessa, I feel like it was very calculated, and I feel like it was very rude for her to say that. Reason being is everybody doesn't have time to spend their life partying or spend their life chasing behind people. And Toya, if you want to spend your money on all these parties and all these other things that you want to do, why don't you take your money and buy you some other motherfucking doctor friends? Because maybe that's what the fuck you should do. Because people have lives, people have things to do. You see that woman's dad on the fucking TV, and he looked like he got one foot in the grave. And you think she worried about being somewhere with you sipping on some cocktails? Hell to the no. And I wouldn't be nowhere with you sipping no cocktails neither. Shit. For real, you need to be worried about getting your finances in order before you go buy this new house. But that's another story. I'm gonna let you slide on that. So Contessa's comment though was really the major clapback for me for this episode. She said Eagles don't roll with chickens, so I don't have nothing to say to you ever. And I really hope that Contessa sticks by her guns and she goes with what she says. And she doesn't say anything else to you, Toya, because it's nothing to say to you. Because what you did to her when you were at that party is totally humiliating. You were wrong for that. You knew you were wrong. And I don't know whether you did it because you were in the moment and because you were intoxicated. But I honestly think that you did it because you just wanted to make an ass out of someone, because she's a new cast member. And every reality show, you guys have a tendency to pick on people who are new cast members. And I've noticed that over the years because I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. So don't be picking on Contessa. We love Tessa, but don't pick on her. She is a little bit boring, I'll give you that much, but we love Contessa, and she doing a little bit better than you, and she already established, she got her house. So if you want a part-time job, go over there, Toya, and go get you a job as a nanny. What's wrong with that? I'll hook you up. Shit, if you if you need some help, I'll even write your damn resume for you. Holler at me. I won't charge you nothing but $20. So moving right along, Simone really put Quad in the hot seat when she pulled up. Quad walks in, and we know that everything is about to be what we've been living for the past 3 episodes. So we finally get to this hot moment into the episode, and I am so here for it. Like literally, I am here for it. I am ready. And Simone is sitting at this table with these $100 bill shoes, and we still trying to figure out where she got them from, but we've yet to figure that out yet. If somebody knows where we can find these shoes at, let me know, because I might want to get a pair myself. Okay, I'm just fucking around. I'm just kidding. So, as soon as Simone gets there, as soon as Quad gets there, Simone says, "We haven't seen you catch us up. And it kind of looks like before the camera cuts, it kind of looks like she throws her phone down on the table, and it kind of looks like she's doing it in a way to kind of be kind of like sashay, kind of like an asshole. And to me, I kind of feel like it was a little wrong. I think a lot of the ladies have taken aback because I think they all started on a TV franchise together, and I think some of them have been able to come to terms with the fact that Quad is going to do what she needs to do to make her money. The rest of the cast has accepted that, and some of you haven't. But the ones of you that haven't accepted the fact that she's going to Sister Circle, people are allowed to make new friends. And if I were your friends, I wouldn't tell you my business either. Because we're on a reality show. Sister Circle is a safe and it's a censored show. Quad can choose to share what she would like to share, and she can choose to not share what she wants to share, because I know she's taking digs at Dr. Greg. I've actually seen that too. But in the same context, Simone, that was really out of pocket for you, and I really wish that Jackie was there in that moment, because if she was, I can guarantee you, and I would bet $100 on it that, actually I would bet the $100 in your shoes that you wouldn't have asked that question, Just saying. So, moving right along. Simone comments, your plate is full. I don't know why you showed up. Once again, I feel like that was another insensitive dig. I feel like it was wrong. And Simone, I'm just going to call a spade a spade. You know you was wrong, sis. You know you was wrong, sis. And it was wrong, and it was totally wrong. I feel like Quad was ambushed. And Quad said, what kind of scripture, and, Quad said what kind of scripture was Quad looking for. I mean, I don't know whether y'all was looking for the New King James Version, I don't know what that was, what kind of scripture they was looking for, Quad, but you said that Toya hadn't sent you a scripture, and I don't know what you were talking about. So in that moment, I was kind of really, I don't know. So, once again, getting down to the end of the episode, we're going to go ahead and close this video out, make it real quick, sweet, short, to the point. Mariah was trying to be messy once again and insert herself into the situation. And I guarantee you that every show for the next rest of the season, she's going to definitely insert herself in everything that's going on, because she always needs a moment. And I'm finding that to be very, very annoying. I don't know. It's just everything about Mariah just really irritates me. I don't know why. I mean, as a creator of the show, you've given me something great to watch on TV whenever it comes on. But other than that, everything about you just really annoys me. I don't know why. And for you to come out there with that purse and give her her purse, and she says, just put it somewhere else, and you see that somebody is in a moment and they're trying to have a moment where they're trying to rehabilitate their friendship, and you just want to go 100. If you came at me that way, I would fuck you up on sight, Mariah, for real. Seriously. And then on top of that, to add insult to injury, for you to even, charge her or make it even worse, it was rude. It was disrespectful, and you didn't even have to let it go out like that. And I'm really, really mad that the episode even played out like that, because I've been waiting for Jackie to come in. Because, see, if Jackie was there, y'all would have had a kumbaya moment. And I like what Quad said in the end before she slammed it, before y'all went in the house and slammed the door. Quad said, I didn't touch you. You know better than that bullshit. And I really enjoyed what Quad said, because in that moment, Mariah, you was fucking wrong. You was fucking wrong. Simone, then the camera flips back and you see Simone comments about, Quad's situation and how it's always excess and things like that. No, Quad's situation is not excess. Quad is going to discuss what Quad wants to discuss with you on her own terms, because she is a grown woman. And that's what her choices are. If that's what she chooses to do on her own time, then that's fine, I think that Heavenly was definitely taken aback by the sister comments, I think that it kind of hurt her really when her and Quad were in the makeup room, because the sister comments really made her feel some type of way, because I think that it kind of made her feel like even though we started this show together, the Sister Circle girls are my sisters, and I don't feel like you guys are my sisters. And maybe the underlying thing about that is maybe Quad really does feel that way. Is the reason why she feels that way is because of the simple fact that we only film like maybe 5 or 6 months out of the year. Meanwhile, I'm working with the girls at Sister Circle all year, and we're filming a show every day, other than holidays and my vacation. So I don't know. But I do feel like in the end, Heavenly was right saying that, we were your sisters. If you reached out to us, then we would have done something. And this is my first review, Married to Medicine, Season 6, Episode 3. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you liked it, let me know. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And thank you for viewing this video.